Hey guys, for today's vlog, we're going to be doing a partial foil, and I thought it would be neat to compare two different bleaches. So we're going to be using Schwarzkopf and Blonde Solutions. You can follow me on Instagram at Christy@thecottage.
Hey guys, so I'm on my way to work, and let me tell you, so I just got my Starbucks, and I can be the nicest person in the world, but let me be 100% honest with you guys, because I'm a fair person, okay? I'm proud of myself on that if I'm being a bitch, I will let you know that I'm being a bitch. And let me tell you, I can be a petty bitch sometimes. So I was just like at Starbucks, and I was getting my drink, and there's like this, for like the mobile orders, there's this little like pull-in area, and so there was a car there, so it kind of was like in the back part of it at the grocery store, the back part, but not like out in the road or anything, but just enough so that I could like reverse and then go pull out to the other side if that car was still there. So this car was behind me, and I wasn't even like backing up yet, but like, can you hurry up? Can you just drive? But this person like stopped because it was a stop sign, but then kept not going. So I was like, whatever, dude, I gotta get to work, so I'm just gonna go. So I started like backing up, and she honked at me. What are you honking at me for? I was so irritated. So I like stopped, but I wasn't even close to hitting their car. You know what? I kept backing up, and they honked again at me. I have a mirror, or not a mirror. I have a camera. I have a camera in the back of my car. Okay, I can see what I'm doing, and so I like kept backing up, and they honked at me again. And do you know what I did? I honked back at them. You're not gonna honk at me. I'm gonna honk at you. Okay? You don't honk at me. I'm not even close to hitting your car. I know what I'm doing. I'm creeping back very slowly. I could understand if I was like reversing really quickly and like not paying attention and just like, you know what I mean? And if they honked at me, then I'd be like, yeah, sorry, that, I'm kind of going a little crazy, but I wasn't even. Don't honk at me. I will honk at you. Anyways, I feel better getting that off of my chest. Oh, the heavens to Betsy. There's a, oh God, pull over. I also want to say that somebody commented, and I appreciate your care for my well-being. They were like, please don't record while you're driving. Oh, jeez, another one. She's like, please don't record while you're driving, and however much I know that, but like, my phone is down, like I'm holding it, and I'm not even, like, I might glance at it for a second, but like, I'm not really even like looking at my phone. Or also, like, if it's driving, I also have a stand in my car, like a thing that connects to windows that like you can prop your camera in. So yeah. Anyway, so let's get to today's the last day for VLOGmas. I was just thinking, today is the last day. Thank the Lord above, we made it. I can finally get on a regular sleep schedule next week. Thank you, Jesus. So today for our vlog, clearly I went on a Starbucks rant. And then for the actual service today, we are going to be doing my little Miss Madison. And I have done Madison's hair before. Do you guys have a work best friend? That's who Madison is. She's like my work best friend. But like, she doesn't work with me anymore. She went on to work at a spa, and she does sugaring hair removal. And if you're in the local area, let me tell you, she will get your armpits legs, whatever body parts that you want to work on. She will take care of that for you. And she does my sugaring, and I don't know, the older I get, like my armpits start itching really bad after I shave. And so she's been sugaring them for me, and my armpits don't itch anymore. Like, I feel like a brand new woman without my itchy armpits. So, I highly recommend her services. She's the sweetest thing. She is at Pure Spa in Mount Vernon, Washington. I love her so much, and I know I've talked about that I wanted to open a salon before, and guess who's gonna be my business partner for the day that it ever happens? Madison and I have been talking about it literally for like years now, and like we've like after work sometimes we'll like sit and talk about it, or we'll like have a journal that we've like written ideas down, or like Pinterest ideas. Like we've actually gone to look at like spaces together if it was like a good fit or not. But anyway, so Madison's who I love and adore. She's just precious, and she's who I could work with for the rest of my life, and I would be the happiest. So I was really sad when she left, but I was really happy for her and her new adventure at her new location that she's at, because I know that she's going to do amazing, and she's already doing amazing. But the day that it ever comes for us to open our salon together and for her to have her own, like her own space and all of that, like I'm just so excited for her. So in that case, if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, could you please do it? Because the more subscribers I get, the higher chances I have of making enough money. That's why I have my YouTube channel, so that I can open up a salon and watch one of my vlogs on why I started my YouTube channel if you want to know more about it. So anyways, I am at the salon now, so why don't we head into the salon and get started. Okay, you guys, here's the beautiful Madison with her boobies looking really nice. So today for her hair, we're just going to be doing what, like just a partial foil, I think, yeah, and around her hairline, and just leave you kind of rooty. Is that what you're thinking? Okay.
Yeah, cover grays.
Yeah, she has some extensions in, which are not done by me, so we're not gonna do like the full thing where we go underneath or anything. So this is her before. Okay, so I was just talking to Madison about doing her hair, and this morning I kind of had an idea. So you guys know that I normally use Schwarzkopf BlondeMe, which I love. And I've recently been using like the Blonde Solutions lightener too, which is amazing also. But I thought it'd be interesting to see on her, like what has the best lift. The thing is, her hair naturally is like a level 4, and the BlondeMe gets pretty good lifts, but I felt like last time, I don't know, was it kind of yellow? I feel like there's always like a little bit of yellow left in the hair. So I just want to see like, how is the lift going to be with Blonde Solutions? And we're not going to do it like right on her part, because she was like, is it going to process differently? And I mean, we're going to tone and everything, so it's going to be the same afterwards. But we're going to do it like more underneath like Blonde Solutions, and then underneath Schwarzkopf, and then on top I'll probably honestly do Blonde Solutions. So we're going to mix for both of those. And I think to start I'm going to mix the Blonde Solutions, because that I think has to sit longer. That says to like let it process for like the 45 minutes or so, where I feel like BlondeMe doesn't necessarily have to sit that long. So we're gonna start mixing the Blonde Solutions.
So to start, we're just gonna go through and do her foil around her hairline, and we're going to do her hairline all with the Blonde Solutions, and then also kind of do maybe like 3/4 of the side where she parts her hair Blonde Solutions. That way it all kind of processes evenly. And in case there is any much variation between the two different bleaches, it's not like she'll have any discoloration in her hair from when her color's done, because we don't want it to be like, clearly there's a difference between the bleach, so we just figured that it would be better if we do one bleach all over on like the whole top part of her hair where she parts her hair. That way it looks nice and even. So you can see that we're just doing a nice weave, and we're not doing too much of any subsection in between, just a really thin parting, and then just doing a really soft weave to blend her roots. So the baby lights are going to be soft enough that it blends really soft and naturally, but there's going to be enough packed in there that she's not going to have like too heavy of a grow out line still. It's going to blend really nicely, but still have a soft line of demarcation. Okay, so we just got done doing basically like around her hairline and then all the way up to like, if she parts her hair here, we just went a little bit over to make sure all of that stuff processes evenly. And then we went and did like the back part. So now we're gonna go through and we're just gonna mix a little bit of our Schwarzkopf in. Because we're just doing a small section, I'm just gonna do like a teeny little bit. Is that good? That's probably good. Okay. And then I always just use 20 volume. I never use more than that, because if you watch my other videos, then you know how I feel about lifting low and slow. Because if you use 30 volume bleach, I've talked about this, like the power, it pushes a lot of power out really fast, but then that power dies off really quickly. So then when you're using like 30 or 40 volume, your bleach doesn't lift very good, or it will like those first like maybe 10, 15 minutes or so. And then after that, like your foils, your bleach is kind of uneven because all that power's gone. And so after that, like the rest of the foils, like say if it takes you like 30 minutes to foil this part, right? And you start at the bottom, all of this stuff right here is gonna process really nicely and be nice and bright. But by the time you get up to this section here, the power of the 30 volume has kind of died down. And so this is where it's gonna be kind of stuck in that yellow stage because it just doesn't have that power anymore. So that's why I like using 20 volume, because it just has a really low, slow, and consistent developer. Like the power of it isn't gonna like push out all this power at first and slow down towards the end. So it just processes really nicely. So that's why I use 20 volume, and I don't really go much higher than that, unless of course it's like, unless I'm foiling somebody and they've processed for a while and they're stuck at like that yellow stage and I just need them to get past that really quickly, then I will mix like 30 or not 40 usually, but 30 volume. And I'll just retouch up the roots where I'm trying to lift them. And then that 30 volume will usually just really quickly like push them past that point and get them to the level of lightness that I'm wanting them to be at. So we just mixed our Schwarzkopf BlondeMe with 20 volume. I'm gonna use Olaplex just like I use Olaplex with the Blonde Solutions. And so now we're gonna go out and just finish foiling just this side of her head. And we'll be able to watch it and see how it lightens. Okay, now we're going in with the Schwarzkopf, and I'm gonna tell you guys this is gonna be a really hard like thing to decide what one I like better, because these are two of my favorite bleaches. So it's gonna be really interesting because I always feel like Schwarzkopf gets really nice lift and it lifts really quickly, where I feel like Blonde Solution kind of takes a little bit longer to lift, but when it finally does get there, it actually tones really nicely and is a lot brighter, wider of a lift. So I think I'm going to be a little bit shocked where maybe I'm going to think like, oh, Blonde Solutions isn't lifting very well, but look at the Schwarzkopf is lifting really nicely. So I think I'm going to be like, oh, my good old Schwarzkopf, you know? But I think when it comes down to it, that the Blonde Solutions is probably going to win in the end, because it's going to be like toned nice and white, where the Schwarzkopf is still probably going to be kind of yellow. Okay, so here's the Blonde Solutions, and you'll be able to tell the Blonde Solutions because it kind of has that purple bluish kind of tint to it. And this is what I'm talking about, that I feel like it still is a little bit brassy. It does kind of take a little bit longer to kick in, but once it does, I swear it's magic. So for both sides, I'm actually going to reapply because Madison's hair does retain a lot of yellow. Like, I mean, look at this. The Schwarzkopf looks like it's lifting really good. So we're going to just go through really quickly, reapply, and then wait like 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to tone her hair, and she wants to be nice and bright. Probably not too ashy because her extensions aren't super cool. So I think we're just gonna tone her with 10A. Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of the final result of the lifting. This is what I'm talking about. See how the Schwarzkopf is kind of stuck at that kind of brassy yellow stage? It still has definitely like a level 9 to it, just tons of yellow still. And then look around her hairline, and over on this side you can see how much whiter and clearer it is. It's incredible how big of a difference you can see, that it just tones the hair so much better. And I definitely think the Blonde Solutions won. I mean, Schwarzkopf has good lift, but like, look at that. It's just like a clear, already pre-toned, almost like a nice level 10 highlight. And the Schwarzkopf is definitely still kind of brassy. So here's the finished color. Also, I did not do the extensions. Those were done by our good friend Mary. Mary at Willow on Maine, if you guys want to follow her on Instagram. But look at these roots. They blended so nicely, and her grout is still going to be really soft and subtle. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.